Hey Solace, Agent Solo, Matt Rice here. Welcome to another week of crowdfunded or crowdfunding solo games. Um, and I'm late by a day. I've been quite busy with our newborn here, and didn't get it out yesterday. And even tonight, there's about 20 that have come across my radar, and I'm going to talk about just a select handful from that 20 or so. So I apologize for those that want to see a big breadth, and I'll try and promise I'll do that next time. But I want to give this a go. Ones that I think pique my interest a little bit. Maybe that's a bit selfish from me, but these ones that I think I just want to put across the table. Um, and again, I'm not sponsored by any of these whatsoever. It's just ones that I've noticed that might pique people's interest since it's piqued mine. Okay, having said that, the first one's come across the Sixth Realm Heavy Euro game. Who was this by? Final Frontier Games. They've created 11 games, supposedly. And yeah, heavy Euros. You can tell plenty of, from the picture here, plenty of tokens, plenty of things to move around, and imagine plenty of points to grab. It's done very well. 2,200 backers, still 30 days to go. I don't really trust funding goals, but like that many backers must be quite good. Considering we had like that, what's it called, that Galactic cruise ship game that was on Kickstarter long ago? Um, and that seems somewhat similar to this, like the way it looks. But imagine the theme and the way it plays is probably totally different. Let's have a look at this. So from a solid perspective, I don't know. Pledge dollars anyway to start with. There's the dollar. Pledge dollars a $5 retail. 89 for the standard edition. Deluxe edition 109. The bundle 129. Yeah. Soul mode is written down here, which is excellent. I'll just get a bit of an overview here of what it's all about. General explorers who've sailed to the new continent with the backing of the crown and help from guilds players will compete to make an that's competitive Euro game. Let's see decisions. Looks like there's plenty to do on your board, plenty of components. The one thing I see straight away from this is like I wonder how long setup is going to be. But it does look pretty. Go over that. Interactive and engaging. Is that meant to be like a rondel type thing? Balance their play, create scoring goals with tactical adjustments based on the game. Robust solo mode experience. Artificial opponent that replicates a two-player game rather than beat your own score. Classical to operate, semi-predictable with diminishing returns and multiple scaling activities. So the game's slightly twisted for solid looks things. Components. What do you do in this game though? That's what no. This is what you get. How do you play gameplay? Every year you're talking about 10 times. Over 3 rounds. Each round the stone council will need to determine in which order each of the 6 guilds are going to activate. Okay. Reputation. As the game progresses, you will have the opportunity to win the favor of the Stone Council. Game works permanent support from the guilds. Right, so that gives you more points, I assume. And as words of deeds, your popularity will rise and will attract new envoys to aid you in your endeavors. Right, so these are workers, I guess, placement at all. Sort this little puzzle. And guilds do something. Geez, it's trying to. I mean, for me, it looks like a bit too much. I'm trying to, do a fair few math equations in my head here. So you get to build with those workers, and it's like a polynomial thing. All right, someone's done the design of this is done. It flows well, how it plays, I guess, but they've done well trying to mix all these things together, these mechanisms together. It's like some maze thing too. Jeez, like 10 different mini games in the game. Solo mode, cardboard, the paper goblin. Cardboard will be your opponent. Blah, blah, blah. Each round the cardboard will gain MVP based on the color number of envoys they have, or in the current primary guild. They have like as I said, semi-predictable AI about it. So solo for me, from this point of view, looks like you're not going to get the best out of the game solo, but it looks like it's a challenge, it's a puzzly challenge that you can use against yourself. Some people will probably absolutely love that, and especially if you want to be able to use all the mechanisms hopefully in solo mode. Moose talks about that. Yeah. And Rado's had a look at it. Dark Tower's had a look at it. Couple of Moose. Man vs. Meeple talk about it. Cool. Every gamer's got his hands and teeth on it. Excellent. Anyway, let's move on. Talk about one. Next one. And this is one I'm quite interested in because I have Kinfire Chronicles, Knights 4, and that was my top game of 2023. Really liked how quick and easy it was, even though it was a campaign game. And normally I don't like long campaign games. And 20, it was getting up there with the 20, 21 scenarios. But each scenario is quite compact, and you unlock new things as you get through the scenarios. It's really cool. And it was quite easy to play. I played three-handed solo, and it was quite easy to play that, even though it's like a kind of like a deck construction, I guess, in a way, type game. And in this too, I want to get the Kinfire Delve. Kinfire Council itself is 2 to 6 players or something like that. 2 to 6. Apparently, there is a solo expansion that's in this. But I'm more in this because you can, if you wanted to. Let's say I pretend to pledge here. You can pledge $1 and add-ons to try and grab the back catalog stuff. So if I go pledge $1 here, which is $2 for my country for some reason. I'm Australia. Go continue. It says here, pledge for any these ones. Yeah, you can get an errata pack for Knight 4, which I'll probably do. Just pay for shipping, I imagine that one. There's a micro expansion, which adds a few things to different various games, like some promo stuff. Accessory bundle, and then yeah, for Kinfire Delve, you can only get the 3 games and the accessories together. You can't just get. It must suck for people who I don't have any of them and I want to grab them. So this is okay, I guess, but I don't want the accessories. It seems unnecessary because the 3 Kinfire games are $60 US. I'm paying $80 US here, so I'm not saving too much. I don't really want the near premium player mat. I don't want the upgraded dice. I just want 3 games of Delve. And some people only just want 1 game and they can't do that. Sounds pretty sucky. You can get Kinfire Knights 4, which I highly recommend. True, it's probably better co-op game, but you know I love soloing my co-op games, and I rated still my number 1 last year. Anyway, back to Kinfire Council itself. I'm not going to pledge just yet. I'm not signed in. How's it doing? So 1,280 backers. It's doing fine. Quite fine. What Council has this work? Gameplay. Oh, yay. Something that shows the gameplay before new components. Oh my god. I need to do more of that. I want to know what the game actually does, not what is in the game. 2 different types of people, I think, they come to crowdfunding. I guess I shouldn't be bashing that. Some people like the toy factor, so they want to see what's in it first, and that's what they will want to paint, or that's what they want to show off. So apologies for those that are like that. I'm sorry. But I'm more of a game mechanism. I want to see what I can puzzle out. What can I play with this? Okay, anyway. Select your council or seeker. Send your workers into the city. Build the lighthouse and upgrade locations. Okay. Train your workers in new skills. This is more of a Euro type game. Defend the city from cultists and threats. Okay. When the game ends, the player with the most points wins. Yeah, so it's a bit more Euro style. It's how to play by Rado again. Nice work, Rado. Stretch goals. And there is like this expansion. Where's the solo? I swear there's something that makes it solo. Oh, adds co-op and solo modes. I'm not sure if it talks about how that works. Whether it like changes the game a lot. Doesn't talk much about the solo mode. It might be in one of the updates, so but not obvious here, is it? Anyway, let's say no. So for those that want to pick up Kinfire Chronicles, there's one to the Kinfire Dell, which I'm thinking I might do. You can pledge the $1 and try and pick them up. Anyway, let's move on. The Adventures of Conan. Here's another game that's base game is not solo. but there's an expansion that makes it solo, and whether it's worth it, it's up to you. This is on Gamefound, it's done by Jeff9. There's 2 to 4 players traditionally. And it reminds me so much of the Witcher map for some reason. It just looks the same. I hope it plays better. I don't know what's going on with this. Right back now, rewards. It tells about all the pledges. I think I have a feeling in this, I was flicking through it before, it doesn't really explain how the game really plays. How to play. All the way down here. How to play. Choose your role. You can choose Conan. Get some dice. 8 Conan dice to crush in. So, allies. The resource phase, main phase, trigger phase, encounter phase, adventure phase. Play the adventure which it doesn't really. I need pictures, man. How does this work? There's a rule book at least. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those ones where it doesn't really show you how the game plays. Just look at all the pretty stuff. Artwork. Artwork actually looks nice. And I like how the card looks. I spent dice. I guess this is the dice you roll. That's the successes or something. I don't know what's going on. I would know if they had a. We would know if they had a gameplay something for us. Hmm. It seems curious. I want to know more about this one. Where there's like swear there's like a solo bit somewhere add-ons. Yeah, solo mode. Adventures of Conan. Hero journeys alone through the harsh lands in the legend of Conan's solo fishing for travel the road of kings in search of an epic solo expansion. I don't know how it changes the game. Play as Conan, so you can only play as Conan in solo mode. Whether that's a problem or not, I don't know. Interesting. I need more details on how the gameplay works. I imagine there's like reviews and playthroughs. So Dice Tower's got some. Check them out. What's that Meg's got one? Yeah, a few. All right, cool. Better check those out. But yeah, Conan, I don't mind the theme of Conan as a solo game. So anyway, moving on, we've got Fractured Sky, IV Studios. We've got here Deluxe is 129, Retail Edition 49. That's a big difference. That is a big difference. There must be something really special at Deluxe. Super Deluxe. Right, so it looks like it's coming to retail. Fractured Sky, what are we doing here? 1 to 5 lives. Put you at the helm of an airship expedition to recover fragments of a magical falling star. Its gameplay is a new combination air control, resource management, blind bidding, which makes it hard for solo. A hint of deduction. Instant classic. Thrill of hidden information. Well, that makes solo must be a lot different then. So much about how solo works. Luck and skill. Is that? Looking star falls. Okay, it doesn't really tell again. Oh, this doing this series is opened my eyes up to like what makes a good layout of a campaign page and what attracts me personally. Is how to play. Here we go. Precious Sky, you deploy airships, construct buildings, and uncover hidden information in order to capture the most star falls within the game. Okay, sounds simple enough. I'm going to play here. Set the initial player trays. Resources. I don't know what that is. Set the board and card tray. Being around place, looking hidden star falls. Attach a troop token to an airship and place it on the map. Oh, so that's what's hidden. Only you know how many troops are inside. You know, to play a maximum of 10 troop power in each round. So if the higher troop power wins it, I guess, or something like that. Reveal hidden stuff or locations. Reveal all your troops. First place gets the Star Force, and place gets both resources in the region. Third place gets one of the resources. Ooh. Interesting. I can see why some people might be interested in that. This mode matches players against automated opponents that will require careful and full thought. The AI will observe your actions on the board and accordingly make educated moves to contest your regions. Again, from my personal opinion, this kind of blind bluffing stuff. I remember trying to Forbidden Stars. Forbidden Stars is a fantasy flight game that had the Warhammer license. It was a 2 to 4 player game, and me alongside a couple other guys on BGG were trying to make solo work, and there was a bit of hidden information about that, where you when you were moving, what you were going to do, were you going to invade, or were you going to exploit the resources and things like that. We couldn't quite make it work where it was thrilling enough solo to work, but I think there is a way to make it. And this reminds me of that the way it works, a lot of hidden information. How you replicate that as an AI needs to be. You have to be very clever to find that. Jesse loves it. Cool. All right, let's move on. I think a long 20. Long Dark Sea. Well, let's pick my interest. Looks interesting. There's wonderful plays. It's a cooperative adventure card game. Focus on exploration and where deck building and resource management are their main mechanics. Yeah, 627 backers. It's funded to win this, which is fantastic for them. Delucio Games. 120 euro for the Long Dark Sea limited edition. True solo cooperative. Just scrolling through here, the artwork is interesting. You can't. Dice. There's meant to be a deck builder. There's some boards on market. Okay, how do we play it? How to play? I mean, the rewards would be good too, actually. 120 euro limited edition, 70 euro for standard. Retail, which, okay. How to play? Oh, click there. Is that the rule book? Click here, English rule book. Oh no. No, don't do that to me. You should show how it roughly plays. Okay. That's not giving me much either. Just something that sounds interesting, but I'm a bit skeptical. Go for it. All right, next one. Micro Midgard. So how's this one going? 258 backers. It's got a very low funding goal, so it's doing okay. 1 to 2 player game. Standard edition is 12 pounds. In solo mode. So solo mode's separate. So it's 2 player, but there's a solo mode. Oh, excuse me. You track solo play. Move a vehicle, activate the space. Okay. Check for Ragnarok. How to play button here. Some event code is on with Shem Phillips. Oh, hey, Shem. As you battle for the realms against Loki. So again, it's all these games I'm getting this week, even though I seem excited, a lot of them, solo mode seems to be something separate, doesn't it? From everything. Like Fractured Sky had that. Conan, Kinfire Council, Sixth Realm, they're all adapted to have a solo mode, which I appreciate, but I'm sure you're going to get the most bang out of your buck for those kind of games. Anyway, moving on. Something that I've noticed too. This is This is not a board game, it's an RPG or tabletop RPG adventure. Has 661 backers, by the way, which, wow, it's a lot of money raised already. It's a 1 to 6 player RPG. It must have an automated dungeon master or game master. It's a tabletop RPG led by a game master app, Lore Master. So it gives you some of the building blocks for the RPG. So just, I mean, though I'm more sense of board games, this has popped up in my threads. I'll talk about it and we'll have a quick look at it with you guys. Requires Pericle core game. Oh, I don't have that. And you must have to be able to get both. What's the pledge levels here? The expansion 46. Core system and Labyrinth 75. Seasons Adventurer. Gathering Darkness and the Labyrinth bundle. Trying to explore. Geez, get some minis with it. Wow, $1,000. Oof, oh my god, it gets up there. It uses an app. Your Game Master. Indeed. I don't know. I'm not an RPG guy. I can deal with board game RPGs, but just sort of look at this. This is getting close to that crossover point. That doesn't seem to be, does it? Anyway, that's something. If you're interested in RPG, that's something to check out. Moving on to Gamecrafter and Backerkit. Backerkit, first of all, still not doing much for us this year so far for solo games. Hopefully something comes up there soon. I've got Disturblings on the crowd sale. It sold 1 copy. It's a 1-player game, a solo push your luck tower defense game. As you play as 3 armed anti-hero Bobby Butcher. Okay. 6 items. It's a board of Disturblings. What do we do here? In this solo, tower defense game is variety thematically and randomized items, though sure no 2 players will ever be the same. Enemy cards have markers that you use to track the movements that progress from the enemy deck to the distant row, the nearby area, and then right onto your player card. So you can play a card. Push luck to reload your farm as much as possible without thumbing your ammo. Alright, so you're like reloading, you're rolling. I understand how that works. And then rolling them, but if you roll too high, so maybe you push your luck too much, you panicked, you don't reload your gun. Okay. Alrighty, let's go on to board game news. I may have talked about this, I can't remember. Rove. So not the button strike game, but Rove, as in the game that's been coming for a few years now. It's launching in May apparently, which it is now, so it's coming out this month. And it's a wonderful cooperative board game, and it has similarities to like Gloomhaven. Let's see if I hear. I remember seeing this at a con, or I've been to a con in America, but seeing it online on a video. Someone talked about it at a con. I'm not sure if it was Gen Con or something else. Turn-based gameplay is inspired by classic strategy RPG video games from the 90s. It will feature 50 plus scenarios where ranging story paths, class leveling, and unique card system. Foreteller is involved as well. That is very Gloomhaven-y. Affinity with elements. Enemy, or is it a hero? Vibrant world. The Rove is okay. Yeah, so the heroes. Plenty of symbols to get your head around. I like the artwork though, to be honest. That's it. That's coming out soon. What's also coming out by the time this probably gets uploaded is Euthia. I've been warning people about this one. The original, really good. I just don't get the table enough because it's huge. I'm not joking. It is huge. I sold my Gloomhaven set before I got Euthia. It rivals each other. I think if anything, Euthia might be a little bit bigger. the original Gloomhaven box. You can get everything in the Kickstarter. So if you miss the call and you want to go back to I think they're all standalones though, but you can get the original. In the history with this, Dia Games originally had this, and I think they're still designing behind it, but Steamforged Games is now the publisher behind it now. And they picked it up after the last campaign, or during the last campaign. All the Kickstarter include, you can get the whole trilogy. So that's the base set I've got. There's plenty of stuff. These are huge boxes. It's the same size as the core box, apparently massive. Yeah, cool for us. I'm a bit worried about how dear it's going to be. Because the original was pretty dear. And that's another con about it. You do get a lot of stuff in it. To be get rid of it, it was Kickstarter exclusive. And that's the thing, yes, it's Kickstarter exclusive, or I guess from their website, I assume Steamforged Games, you might be able to do that. I haven't looked. Storage. All-in-one storage will be so heavy, the all-in-one storage box. It's just been looking for the pledge matter. Oh, here we go. Call box pledge. 189 US. Seems similar to what I paid, I think, originally. Except looks like you get everything. Except there was like some storage stuff. There's so many tokens in this game. That's why it's hard to set up. So many tokens to shuffle up, and cards to shuffle up, tiles to shuffle up. It takes a while to get going. But it's really good. In some ways, I prefer it than Mage Knight. Mage Knight was, I've got to be in the right headspace for Mage Knight. Well, this game, it's a bit more, like, a bit of more dice rolly, and still tactics, still mitigation, but it's not as like brain burning for me. A bit more adventure. Yeah. Yeah. Always bored, never boring. Had a look at it recently too. I never did a video on this. It was just so big I couldn't fit on the table properly to do a video. Stands when fit on this box is 189. Minis in the deluxe, interesting. I wonder what the difference is. I assume minis in the deluxe and standard has no minis. Deluxe pledge only. Jeweler boards, storage towers, yeah. People talk about the storage towers make it a bit easier to do better setup. I don't know about that. It probably does because I think you lived in there, but then you still got to shuffle up in there. Right, so deluxe pledge. So did you get the minis in the base game? Interesting. I never had that. I had the original core game from Dia Games, which didn't have the minis in the core box. And the core box has a lot of scenarios. Unique new heroes, new enemies, new gameplay mechanics. It's promising. Colin from Maybe at the Table has done one as well. A playthrough of it, which I watched the other day. He did quite well with it. Looks interesting coming up so far. If you want everything, it's 485. Standard. What if I just want two of them? Here's the Necromancer. So can you get the Necromancer separate? Maybe not. Don't include that. Those in the EU. Cool. I'll be curious. I just don't know. It doesn't look like the Necromancer one was up separate. It's like all three or the new stuff or the core. Interesting. But we'll think about it. I haven't played enough of the core, to be honest. There was a lot in the core that I haven't touched, so be watching whether I get the Cruel Frost or not. Depends how much it changes. My money's a bit tight these days. In the last board game years, I'm spending way too long here. Going on a ramble. Pericle Games has a license for Terraria. We're making a board game on it, which is for 1 to 4 Terrarians, even though it says 2 to 4 players. So I assume that means if you play solo, you've got to play with 2 characters. There's co-op, so imagine maybe that's what it is. It's promising deck building and exploration. I'd be interested to check that one out. That's coming out Q2, or really, Kickstarter coming out Q2. So that's pretty soon, in the next few months. So you still, yeah, mine was, if you haven't, it's a video game if you don't know, by the way. It's one of those like, minor resources, build up your, build your town, build your buildings, stuff like that. Then all of a sudden these massive weird eye things come flying and try and kill you. Um, it's interesting. It's a bit out there in terms of theme, but um, it's one of those video games I was playing, and you just sit there and you just sit there mining, just thinking, what am I doing with my life? It's one of those. It's probably like I appreciate the game, but I didn't need to go into hours and hours of it. Whether the board game's different, and probably one of those sort of video games that made me want to go to the board games because I thought I want to be able to use my mind more, not just be numbingly just mining things for no reason or very little reason. But anyway, I'll be checking this out, see how it adapts to the board game, whether it might be a better experience for me. And there you have it. So that might do for this week. I've definitely talked a little bit enough. Probably too many cranky rambles today. I think I should focus more on the positive, shouldn't I? But look, a lot of solvable games that are there this week. And for me, yeah, I'm going to look into Kinfire Delve and Euthia, I think, see what that offers. Um, Although I have the core, but I'll be checking that out. But for you, hopefully you picked up a few that you like as well. At least one, maybe zero. Well done. You've taken away the temptation of pledging. Anyways, else, to crush your gaming thirst. Play solo.